going to answer this question, which is about RAS seizures, reflex anoxic seizures. And someone said, I've only ever heard of RAS seizures in young children, so interested to hear how an adult can have them. So yes, that's completely true. RAS seizures, reflex anoxic seizures, are more common in kind of toddlers and babies and children, and it can be often diagnosed as breath holding, a tantrum, kind of put on, anxiety, even epilepsy, and it's not that, and they're not non-epileptic either, which I'll go into in another video, but this is focusing on RAS seizures for now. So it's quite scary when you say it first of all, but RAS seizures cause the heart and breathing to just stop completely, and I've had times where they're not full of pulse, like I'm not breathing, and I'll go completely pale, like white as a sheet, as a ghost. But my arms and legs will stiffen and be very stiff, like this, and my eyes can be fully open as well, or they can be fully closed. I've had both, and it's very short, limited, like less than 30 seconds. But it's terrifying for the person like witnessing it. To show you an example, one second. So this was me here, yes, and you see how white I am, how normal colour I am now, and then the whiteness here, stark, like that is what's the word? Not contraction, contradiction. Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, you can see there the paleness and whiteness of me. So yeah, and then there can, like I said, be stiff, kind of jerking movements, and the breathing and heart will stop, and it often is caused, unfortunately, by pain, sudden pain, not pain, because I'm in pain all the time, and that would not be good, would it? I mean, sudden pain, shock, fright, fear, excitement, and you're thinking, Ruth, how can you live a life when all those emotions are like everyday things, right? That's exactly what I thought too. By the way, this was like many years ago, many years ago. So isn't that BSL for history behind us? Anyway, sorry. I actually have a problem where I can't stay on topic. I mean, someone said they think I have ADHD slightly, but then we all have traits. I don't want to kind of label myself when I don't know, and I want to be properly tested. But anyway, that's a whole other subject matter. But by the way, that wasn't me saying it. That was just other people have commented on that sort of thing, because my brain just flits from, yeah. Anyway, and often with these seizures as well, my eyes would roll back like into the back of my head, and the mouth can also turn that kind of blue lips. My mum has seen it. I've obviously not seen it because I've not been conscious, obviously. But she said it was like the most scary. Oh, she's back. She's been out. The most scary kind of blue tint of my lips. I mean, yeah, I've scared it quite a few times with my breathing. Oopsie daisy. Also, another symptom I forgot to add is like I said, the heart can stop. But also, if it doesn't stop, it will just go completely like to a really low, like bradycardic, like kind of unreadable, traceable amount. And I had that multiple times before I was actually diagnosed with them. And again, they were called. They called them psychosymptomatic seizures when they weren't that at all. And it was only until I went to an epilepsy centre and they ruled it epilepsy, but they saw these classical signs of RAS seizures. And again, it's not typical on an adult because I'm a rare case. Of course I am. But yeah, that they actually diagnosed me with RAS seizures. I do also have non-epileptic seizures, but that's like different to my RAS seizures, if that makes sense. They're two separate types of seizures. So I have seizures, but I have multiple types. How cool am I? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the management of them is just managing the stress really, and managing when they happen, that they are very short-lived, and making sure I don't hit my head and that I'm safe, and that obviously I come round, and I have had to have intervention before. But thankfully, like touching wood everywhere near me, I've not had one for quite a while. And they mainly occur when my body's under more stress, like in hospital or sepsis or infections and things like that. Yeah, but they are quite scary. My ex-boyfriend used to see them quite a lot, and that was like 7-8 years ago. And like in the ambulance, there was like, my heart would just, you couldn't record it. And the breathing's like would go so or stop completely. And he had to give mouth to mouth and stuff, and it was quite scary. But that was alongside a few other things. So sometimes it was hard to understand, because like, was it a RAS seizure alone, or was it a RAS seizure kind of going into something else? Especially when I had sepsis or other things going on. So it was very complicated. But the actual RAS seizures themselves last less than 30 seconds. The body sniffing, the paleness of like the deathly colour. Like the body, the heart and breathing stop for like literally a few seconds, and they start up again. But in that moment, you're jerking, you're stiff, your jaw glances,